a Japanese town that still resembles the old Edo period, a modern museum that looks like a rock just landed from the sky. These destinations are in Saitama Prefecture and less than an hour from Tokyo, so we took a day trip. Kawagoe was said to be big for trade during the Edo period, which was between the 16 and 1800s. Edo was what Tokyo used to be called, and a lot of the buildings in the central area were left unchanged, which is why it became known as Koedo, or Little Edo. We arrived around lunchtime, so we went to a place called Ogato for a local specialty, unagi. If you haven't had it before, unagi or broiled eel is delicious. It's a favorite of mine. Fluffy and moist and just really tasty with a hint of charcoal from being grilled over the fire. I love it. Ogato was just one of several well-reviewed unagi shops in the area, so I'm pretty sure they're all pretty good. So the town here is visually amazing since a lot of the shops, restaurants, and cafes are in these kurazukuri, or traditional Japanese warehouse buildings. Many are selling Japanese crafts, snacks, and drinks that you can just take out and enjoy on the go. The day we went was hot, like really hot. So after wandering for a bit, we went to go get some iced coffee. The Starbucks here is one of those cool ones that really blend into its environment, but unfortunately it was closed because of a COVID issue. So instead, we stopped at Aburi Coffee for some cold brew made in one of those huge, super slow drip contraptions that look like they're out of some kind of science lab. Good, refreshing coffee, and luckily, we didn't have to wait for that thing to drip the coffee into our cups. After cooling off for a bit, we walked through Kashiya Yokocho, or Candy Alley. It's a short walking street with shops selling snacks and traditional sweets, some of which you'd probably find at festivals around Japan. It's quite short though, and we were still full from lunch, so after looking around the area for a bit, we walked over to Kawagoe Hikawa Shrine. Kawagoe Hikawa Shrine is said to have an almost 1500-year history. It's quite photogenic. You'll probably find a lot of people posting pictures of this place on Instagram. It has this long tunnel of wooden prayer plaques and a lot of fooding, or these summer wind chimes. Before it closed, we headed on over to our next stop, Kadokawa Musashino Museum. The museum library hybrid was designed by Kengo Kuma, who designed the Tokyo Olympic Stadium and a lot of other notable buildings around Japan and around the world. It's a bit of an unexpected site as it's in a residential area. You kind of just turn the corner and boom, there's this huge space rock castle type of thing just there. The inside is fully functional too, it's several floors. It has both exhibition galleries as well as a modern library that incorporates some art and design into the experience, which is really cool. One of those is this projection mapping experience that takes you through the destruction and rebirth of books. I really enjoy the experience here, and I think it shows us one way that libraries can adapt and modernize in order to provide people with a relevant experience now. There's other shops and buildings around in the complex where the museum is located, and one of the more interesting ones is this Musashino Nimasu Reiwa Shrine. If you notice, it has the word Reiwa in it, and Reiwa represents the current era of the Japanese calendar. So while it's a shrine, it's also designed in a very modern fashion. And then our day trip came to an end. I'll leave links to these places in the description below, but thank you for coming with me on this journey, and I hope to see you in the next one.